Come on in, welcome to my crib. Today is very exciting. We are heading over to Liberty Village to tour my friend Maggie's 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo that she rents for $2,400 a month. Liberty Village is one of Toronto's most trendy and vibrant neighborhoods, especially for young people. It honestly feels like it's its own bubble within Toronto. Like as soon as you walk in Liberty Village, majority of people you will see are under the age of 40, and that is so unique, I think, to the city as a whole, because when I walk around in my neighborhood in City Place, it's quite more diverse in age and you see a range of age, whereas specifically when you head to Liberty Village, it's a lot more of young professionals. I'm so excited to head over to Maggie's place and give you guys a tour. She's really made her space feel so modern and cozy and completely like her own space. I'm so excited for you to see it yourself. And the views, if you thought the views of my place were crazy, the views in Liberty Village are stunning. The amount of unobstructed views that you can get in Liberty Village just being a few kilometers outside of the downtown core is crazy. You will see very soon, and I'm so excited to share it with you. But first, we'll do a little bit of history on Liberty Village. Liberty Village has such an interesting mix of old and new. What used to be a zone of old factories and warehouses has now transformed into one of Toronto's most popular residential areas. It's filled with cafes, fitness studios, restaurants, and it's filled with young professionals who want to be close to the downtown core without feeling like they're like right in the middle of the chaos. The neighborhood gets its name actually from the Liberty Street corridor that dates back to the 1800s. This is when the area was home to manufacturing plants and even a military prison. And over the last 2 decades, these old industrial buildings have been transformed into lofts, creative offices, and condos. It's definitely busier than some areas of the city, but of course, it's important to remember you are living in a city, so of course it's going to be busy, but it still has this very strong community feel. You can grab a coffee downstairs, hit the grocery store, and walk to the waterfront in a matter of minutes. Everything is at your fingertips. If you've watched my condo tour, you know that I really value being close to the waterfront and specifically just nature in general. Liberty Village is also one of those areas that gives you the best of both in the city. The energy of living in the city, being close to the hustle and bustle, but still with that easy access to outdoor space. So I highly recommend, if you're moving to Toronto, to look into City Place, which if you haven't seen it yet, that's where my condo is located. Check it out down below. I'll leave the link. And also Liberty Village, because these areas are so close to the lake and nature and green space, but also so close to the hustle and bustle and everything going on, and you don't have to wait or commute an hour to get to all these different events or go to see your friends. Typically, these are the areas where most young professionals will live. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up so I know to make more like this. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. And I would love to know what you think of this video or of condos and of course, Toronto rent in the comments down below. Exactly what you're here for. Let's cut to the condo tour. Hey, my name's Maggie. Welcome to my apartment. I've lived here for about 4 months now, and this is what $2,400 gets you in Liberty Village, Toronto. So come on in. We've got kind of one of these like hallway kitchen situations, which I thought at first I was gonna hate, but I actually really like it because I don't cook much, so it's perfect for me. Don't mind my dog. This is Dash. She's just chewing on his treat. Speaking of my dogs, these are pictures of my beagles, Lily and Dash. So I got these made on Etsy. I just think they're so cute and such a cute little addition to add in. And don't mind this stuff. My landlord still hasn't fixed this, but he said he's coming soon, so we'll see. So welcome to my favorite part of the apartment, which is the view. So we kind of have like 3 ways of views, west, north, and south. And this is what sold me on the apartment. So I knew immediately when I walked into this apartment and saw the view that this was the apartment that I wanted. It was completely empty, so I had to use a little bit of vision, but this view, especially when the sun sets, is just, it's so gorgeous. So this island actually didn't come with the place. I actually got this custom made at a place in Vaughan, and
It is so perfect because it's functional. I don't have room for a dining room table. My apartment's only about 580 square feet. So this serves as both kind of like a dining area and some extra storage because my kitchen is pretty small, but it's a quartz countertop and I got it to match perfectly. So I absolutely love this piece. It's one of my favorite things about my place. What I love about this place is that it's just my own. I have a house back in Sarnia with my 2 brothers. Living with 2 boys, you don't really get to have much style because they're literally like tornadoes. So I just love being able to make this place my own. If I were to describe my personal style for interior design, I would say it's like cozy and neutral because I kind of feel like this is my little cozy oasis, home away from home. And I love having a lot of neutrals with like some darker accents thrown in. When I first saw this apartment, I thought these pillars were a huge eyesore, and they do get kind of annoying sometimes because they take up a lot of space. But I got this really cool thing. It's a pillar mount. It's literally ratchet straps that goes around the pillar. And it makes it so nice because I can watch TV on the couch or I can turn it this way and watch it from the island. I think I got this from Facebook Marketplace for $100 and my mom and I set it up on our own. Women in STEM. We didn't need anybody to help us, so it has just been great and it hasn't fallen or broken or anything yet. So this has really been super functional because I don't need to have like a TV console or anything here. It saves a lot of space for sure. So this desk, I got this on Facebook Marketplace as well for about $50. And when I first got my place, I was pretty stressed out of where to put it because I didn't want to block the big window. It actually fits perfectly here and you can still get out to the balcony and it's really easy access and it's easy to be able to tuck my chair away when I'm not using it. And this is my huge couch. It literally takes up the whole wall here. And this was the best spot for it because you can just sit here and watch the sunset. It is so beautiful. And this pulls out to be a queen size bed too. So because I only have 1 bedroom, it's perfect for guests. It does get a little bit dirty, but it's super cozy. And everybody that slept on it has said it's really comfortable.
That is so versatile. I never would have known that was a queen bed.
There's like drawers here.
Whoa.
And then just around this corner here, we have my bedroom, another lovely pillar in here, which is annoying as well. I got really lucky with this bed though, because I just bought it from the person that was here before. And it has some more storage drawers on the bottom, which is essential in Toronto because our closets are so small.
Oh, I love your artwork.
Oh, thank you. And this is one of my favorite pieces. My mom and I took the streetcar to HomeSense shortly after I moved in and we carried this and a bunch of other stuff back. But I do have to give a shout out to my mom because she just helped me pull everything all together. She had a vision and I wouldn't have been able to do all this without her. And then this is the bathroom. I really did want a place that had 2 bathrooms, but I traded off the second bathroom for the view and I think it was worth it. So I've got my sink here and then it's kind of like a shower tub situation. I've had to get a little bit creative with storage because I don't have any drawers here, but I've got a bunch of stuff down here and then the stuff that I use every day, my brother helped me put up this shelf, so I just keep my skincare and stuff up there. My balcony, I absolutely wanted a place with a balcony so that Dash could go out on it. I love just sitting out here and watching the sunsets. And it's also really fun to just kind of come out and, you know, look at what people are doing, walking around and whatnot. And I feel so lucky that there isn't a building right here, there isn't a building there. I don't think they're planning on building any, but it just makes the view so nice to not have another condo building like right in front of you. I feel super lucky. One of the things I love most about my place is the location. You can see the lakes over there. Exhibition GO train station is right there. There's Exhibition Place to go to CNE, and you can also walk to the Budweiser Stage 2 from here. So there's so many things here accessible by foot.
Thanks for the tour, Maggie. If you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Maggie. I'm 33 years old. I went to school in Montreal and I always knew that after I finished school, I wanted to live in a bigger city again. I just love all the culture, the food, how there's always something going on and something to do. And I have a lot of friends here too, so I started staying here a lot on the weekends and then decided to actually get a 2-month sublet where I had a little trial. And it went so well that I decided to get this apartment and do another 1-year trial. So we'll see how it goes after 1 year, but I've been loving it so much. I also have my own social media channels. I've got a TikTok and an Instagram. And I started this back around 2020 during COVID because I just kind of randomly posted one little video about some of the struggles about being a woman in engineering. and I got such great feedback that I decided to continue posting. And originally my goal was to encourage women to go into engineering, or to at least give it a shot, and to let them know that they're not alone if they're experiencing different things in engineering or at their work. But it's kind of evolved a little bit in the last few years to having the goal to inspire women to take a leap, to try something new, to take risks, because I feel like when you take risks, that's when you're rewarded. At first, I thought it was gonna be a lot to have this place and then go back to my hometown to go to work during the week, but it's actually been the best of both worlds, because as you may know, Toronto can get a little bit hectic sometimes, so it's nice to go back to my house and have that peace and quiet during the week, and then I've really always got something to look forward to on the weekend. I feel like making friends when you're an adult is so much harder than when you're in school, but I've actually been super lucky that I've made quite a few really good friends here ever since I moved here. I actually had 2 girls stop me on the side of the road as they were getting out of an Uber, and now we hang out like almost every other week. It's been really fun, and there's always something to do. And one of the things I've definitely loved the most about being in Toronto is the friendships that I've been able to cultivate and the relationships that I've been able to build, and now I've got a really, really solid group of friends.
So tell us a little bit about Liberty Village, and specifically why you chose Liberty Village and what you love about living here.
I actually love Liberty Village a lot more than I thought I would. There's this kind of common misconception that a lot of people hate on Liberty Village, but I always say that those people have never actually lived in Liberty Village, because I think that it's great. Like, if you look out my window, you can see there's like 2 grocery stores, I can walk to the gym. Everything here is walkable. When I come to Toronto, I literally park my car and I don't use it at all, because I can get to pretty much everything that I need on foot. Some people say that it's a bad thing, but I feel like it's a great thing to be able to go to the gym, Dollarama, you can go out and grab a drink, get food. There aren't so many like super great restaurants or places to go out here, but you are so close to King Street, so you can take the King Street streetcar or take Uber. I also love the close proximity to the water. I can walk 15 to 20 minutes and be right down at the water, which is amazing. There's a lot of really great parks around here. You've also got Fort York, where they have a lot of events and things going on. Another thing I absolutely love about Liberty Village, especially having a dog that has to go out sometimes at all hours of the night. I can be walking around at 11 o'clock, midnight, and there's always somebody else that is gonna be walking their dog. So it feels very safe here. I walk around here all the time by myself when it's dark out, and I have never felt unsafe here. So that is one of the biggest things for me living here, especially alone with my dog. It's also nice that there are a lot of young people around my age. Like, Liberty Village is mostly people kind of in their 20s and their 30s. And I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing, but some people say that Liberty Village is kind of like being on like your next university campus, because everyone's just all around the same age. But it is very nice, and it's a unique feeling to be surrounded by people that are kind of all in similar stages of life as you are.
Do you have any tips for anyone bringing a dog into the city?
So going from having a house with a backyard to a 1-bedroom apartment with my dog Dash was a pretty big adjustment, not just for him, but also for me. It's really different when you have to get him all suited up and put his leash on just to go outside to go to the washroom versus just opening the back door. But I have learned a lot in the past 6 months, and I think that we've kind of got our routine down to a T. So one thing that really helped is I have a patch of sod that I put out on my balcony. I try not to use it too much, but just for emergencies, or if it's like the middle of the night, I've trained him to go on that, which has been helpful. And another thing that I learned is that you can actually overwalk your dog. So when I first moved here, I was taking Dash on like multiple long walks a day, because I felt like, well, if he doesn't have his backyard, he needs to go and get his energy out somehow. So I was taking him for 2-3 hours walks a day, and that actually made him overtired and overexcited and hyper, and he was literally never calming down. So after doing some research on some beagle Facebook groups, I don't know if this is unique to just beagles or all dogs, but dogs actually don't need that much walking every day. So now I stick to a few quick 10-minute potty breaks and then one longer walk a day, and adding in some kind of mental stimulation like a Kong or a Licky Mat has helped him calm down so much. So that's been really good, and we've kind of finally found our stride. Another thing that's helped is training, specifically in the elevators. He wasn't really used to being in tight spaces at first, but then after some kind of positive reinforcement training and teaching him what to do in the elevator. Everyone always says he's such a good boy in the elevator now because he just sits there and wags his tail.
Do you have any tips for apartment hunting in the city?
So apartment hunting, I learned, can be very frustrating because the last time I had an apartment hunting experience was when I was in university, so a lot has changed. My number one tip would be to get a realtor. It costs you nothing. They actually get a fee from the landlord, and they can help a lot because they know kind of the things to look for. I can help you with negotiating, so I got one. It was super helpful. Another thing is to know what you want. So when I first started looking for an apartment, I was dreaming a little bit. I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath with a great view. After seeing some places, I learned pretty quickly that I wouldn't be able to get all of that in my price range, so I had to compromise. And after thinking about what was really the most important to me, I really wanted the view, so I settled for a smaller place with a view to find something within my price range. Another thing is not to get disappointed. It can be so tough and so heartbreaking when you go see a place and you apply for it and you're not the one that gets chosen. But I had to keep telling myself that the universe had something better coming for me, and it absolutely did, because I found this place. I applied to a few places and I did really get super discouraged when I wasn't chosen, but in the end I got my dream apartment. Thanks for coming on the tour. That is my place. So again, I paid $2,400 a month for 580 square feet, 1 bed, 1 bath in Liberty Village. I've loved living in Liberty Village for the past 6 months, so if you're looking to move here, I highly recommend it, and my dog also really likes it too because there's tons of dogs here. That's it for the tour, and see you guys later.